Just got a missed phone call from Tunisia. Alright guys, welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to be taking you through my day 2 upper body workout. This workout, like my other upper body workout, has a lot of supersets. The difference between the last one and this one is this workout has more of a overhead press and pull-up emphasis. So my first superset was barbell overhead press with weighted pull-ups. With this workout, like with the other workouts, I'll be starting off at 6 to 8 reps, then going to 8 to 10, and then 10 to 12 reps. Most of the exercises will be done for 3 sets. I'm here with my boy Dan. Shout out Dan. Dan is from Kerry. Dan was an old member of the gym. He got a job back in Kerry, so he's moved back to Kerry, but he comes up every so often for an all session. You're welcome anytime, Dan. First superset done. Shoulder press, pull-ups. My next superset was single arm dumbbell bench press. So I'm going one arm at a time, down and press up. This requires a lot more stability both in the shoulder and with the core. So you actually really feel your core working here. And having a good solid base, so having good tension in my legs is very important to stabilize myself here. I'm doing that with single arm pull down, so you're seeing a kind of a unilateral theme here. And I'm just using a neutral grip, and I'm just pulling that elbow down to the floor. That's what I'm really concentrating on. Pull the elbow to the floor, and whatever position my hand goes into, that's fine. I'm supersetting those two with some single leg balance work with a tennis ball, and the tennis ball is just helping me work on my hand-eye coordination whilst maintaining my balance. After that, I moved on to single arm cable lateral raises. I'm trying to get a good lean over here, so I'm holding onto the pulley, leaning out to the side. And if you think about a normal lateral raise with a dumbbell, there's very little resistance in the first section of the movement, whereas with this exercise with the cable, there's a resistance throughout the whole movement. I'm supersetting that with a half kneeling cable single arm row, and I'm using a bit of rotation here in my body as well, so this brings in a good bit of core stability. Again, I'm focusing on that elbow, and I'm pulling backwards with the elbow this time. I also did double hand ball throws against the wall with this superset, and this is a hand-eye coordination drill. You've seen me doing this before, and I really like this one. To make it harder, throw the balls harder. This is also the next progression where you're actually throwing and catching at the same time, so you're not just pausing after you throw. So throw, catch, throw, catch, throw, catch. After that, I had a cable fly supersetted with a single arm reverse cable fly. Now I'm actually going to switch over to the gym, and I'm going to talk you through these two movements. You'd actually be quite surprised how often you use these two movements in football. The cable fly will be used to clobber people coming through. So if someone's coming through and they're about to run past you, hit them a belt! That's where your cable fly comes in. And if someone is trying to run past you and you have to stick out your arm to the side or stick your arm out in front and try and pull them back or get your arm across their body, that's where your single arm reverse cable fly comes in. So I'm going to take you over to the gym to talk you through those two. I'm talking through cable crossover in this video. When you get set up, start off with a very light weight first of all. Okay, it's a quite challenging exercise. I like to set up like so, where I pull the weight of the lever down and then get it in nice and close to my body. And same the other side, come over to the other side, pull it down, get it in nice and close to my body. What you don't want to do is start here and try and put it across, particularly if it's quite heavy, okay? It's just a little bit safer to get it set up like so. We come out here, one foot in front of the other, press the weight out. In the start position, we want to keep our chest proud. So we don't ever want to sink our chest proud all the time. We have a slight bend in the elbows, and then we're letting the hands come by our sides. Chest proud, slight bend in the elbows. When you get a stretch on your chest, or when you get near full range of motion, again with a slight bend in the elbows, come across, 1 over, 1 under if you can. Back out, come across, 1 over, 1 under, come across, 1 over, 1 under, come across, 1 over, 1 under. Sometimes when you hit fatigue, you might only get to here, and you might get 1 over, 1 under, and that's fine too. When your arm is in this position, it's quite a vulnerable position for your shoulder, which is why it's so important to start very light on this exercise and do it with control all the time. In this video, I'm talking you through a single arm reverse cable fly. We want to set up like so with the cable nice and low and a pretty light weight to start off with. We're getting in an athletic position, almost with my chest parallel to the floor. I can stabilise with this hand on one knee if I want to. By putting one hand on that knee, it takes out a little bit of the core work. So if you want to get more core involved, just leave the hand off the knee. From here, I have a slight bend in my elbow and I'm pulling the cable out to the side and up. What we want to try and avoid is this, where the elbow is quite bent and we're pulling out like so. The weight should be light enough so that you can keep that slight bend in the elbow throughout the whole movement and not have to overbend as you pull. That is the bones of my workout. After that, I did a bit of shoulder rehab. So I did internal shoulder rotation and I did external shoulder rotation with the cable. Now usually I recommend people use a pad under their elbows for those two exercises, but I'm fairly confident in the two of them. I also did a bottoms up kettlebell walk, which is a really nice shoulder stability exercise. 3 sets of 10 to 12 on the internal external rotation and a 25-meter walk for each set on the kettlebell walks. After that, I did some core work. So I focused on 3 movements. One was a flexion movement, so I did hollow rock holds. I held that for about a minute. Then I went into Russian twists, which is a rotatory movement, and with the Russian twist I am trying to be as aggressive as possible and move as quickly as possible from left to right. I finished off with side plank and I did some reps with that as well, using a weight to make it more challenging. After that, I moved on to some of my mini band work, which I was supposed to do during my last workout, but I didn't get a chance at the end. So I'm doing crab walks, which are side to side walks. I'm staying nice and low with these. I have the thicker band around the top of my knee and the lighter band around my ankles. That's really, really important. After that, I did a set of 10 on bodyweight squats. With the bodyweight squats, I'm pushing those knees out to the side all the time. And then I did monster walks or forwards and backwards walks. Again, assuming an athletic stance and trying to keep my feet nice and spread. So I'm keeping them on the white lines here in this video. 3 total rounds with the core and the mini bands. That is the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. A little short one here today. I was in Manchester and Liverpool with the lads over the weekend, for anyone who's following me on Instagram, and I will have some clips of that trip in the next vlog. Until then, slot.
Like it's your bubble gum.